So I says to the guy, I says, bounce your head like a basketball.
No.
Jump and jump in the band to fall. Be cheap, faulty logic, perp. Chirper, 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 chirp. There it is. Faulty Logic Podcast 60.
Yeah.
The cream raises. Marcos, Diana, Tori, me. I forgot another part. We're Cream Rises topping faulty new logo. Pretty legit.
Look at us. Look at that shit, Parker.
Fucking badass.
I know you ain't paying attention, but look at that.
I'm not in it.
You are.
Yeah, you
No,
are.
I'm not.
There she is right there. That's
No,
Tori.
that's not me.
That's Alejandro.
Well, that's why Photoshop comes in. We'll just fucking put you like on the moon.
No, I was taking the picture, but I'm not in the picture.
But we'll pretend you're Alejandra.
Yeah, see, no one's going to know that you're not in it. So, boom, there's Tori. And she's,
I know that I'm not in it. It
Well,
doesn't matter.
Parker's right there pointing to the moon like a fucking nerd.
It was kind of like Parker's idea of taking
You think
this
that,
picture.
but he was actually, that's a spirit bomb. This is the
Spirit
beginning stages.
bomb.
It's true.
So that's us right here. We got a
For real.
like
No joke.
Torier got a new camera.
Just a little bit.
Bruh.
Woo woo.
Back here.
Hey.
Oh no, you go over here.
There
She
it
does
is.
like Instagram live videos of our podcast.
Hey, she
So-
does
So he does
Instagram.
it
Do you put like the yas and the
Yas,
flame emojis?
Yes, queen.
Yes, queen.
Slay.
So
That part.
so
That part.
let's talk about how we went to a cabin
Thumbs up.
We went to a
That
cabin, dude.
for 4th of July.
Fuck.
We went to a cabin.
So we drove there. It was the middle of the night.
We vandalized
Scared.
it.
Danger.
We totally did vandalize
We
it.
vandalized it.
So she sends me a
With
message
pink.
saying, "Brandon, you guys vandalized my cabin." Like, my name's not Brandon.
And then you replied like, I don't give a fuck. We did it on purpose.
Fuck
yeah,
you.
way
It's
to go, Brandon.
charge Parker's
Sue
card
me.
$5,000.
I'm moving to Vegas. This is the address.
Yeah, way to go, Brandon.
We paid a lot for this cabin, and you know what? It was not very good.
It wasn't.
I not regret going there, but I wish we would have looked harder for something.
Ragrat.
It
something,
was-
something different.
It was still cool though. I mean, we got to go like fucking hiking and all.
I
that
love Greer, man. Greer is
and
really
going
nice.
fishing and not catching anything. So
It's
that was
just-
I
cool.
mean, that's different. That's normal.
I
Yeah.
feel like
I
finding
mean,
a
I didn't
cabin.
even fish, but I catched something.
I have never, until
Fucking
my adulthood,
food
I
poisoning.
have never gone fishing and not caught something. So this is weird.
Yeah, it is fucking weird. I don't know. I feel like fishing in places where they
Did you get that? Was that loud enough?
Did you burp into the microphone?
I did.
Okay, then yeah, we got it.
We got it. It's in the mic.
But I feel like fishing into places where they like put fish, like it's
Oh,
not
like
it's not the same.
Yeah, the fucking stocked up
Yeah.
fucking ponds and all that dumb shit.
But
and
I
then, I was trying to fish, and then the stupid little fucking assholes in their stupid little boat kept going towards wherever the fuck my goddamn line was at.
That shit was kind of
I was
annoying when
like,
it started rolling, like,
you know
getting
what?
closer.
You see me fucking casting my shit out here, motherfuckers? Stop
I don't know.
paddling your stupid little canoe over here.
I wonder if anyone caught anything
fuck?
out there.
Well, I heard him say, like, oh, man, there's nothing biting today.
Yeah, I hope they didn't catch anything. Fuck them.
Yeah, fuck them. But I
They're
feel
making
like
all
in
that noise.
Arizona, you're not gonna be able to catch shit. You have to go somewhere like out of Arizona.
Well, I don't know.
I
Burke
mean,
was
you'll
saying he went
catch
up to like
coronavirus for sure.
That's
Hey!
true. Especially if you go to like the Molly Butler. But Burke
Molly
was saying
Butler.
he went up to like Patagonia and Havasu and he goes fishing up there with his wife and shit and they catch shit all the time.
Well,
so.
Havasu's way bigger than those fucking garbage ass
Yeah.
Greer man-made lakes.
I mean, they're cool, but
Dude, I look super white in this fucking video.
if you can't catch
Just
shit,
the
man.
lighting,
Lights.
camera.
That's why those guys at the Motley
Giant
Butler
ass
asked me, like,
fucking
do you know any good
forehead
fishing
just-
holes here, man?
Yeah, the fucking stream
I was like,
down
I
by
don't
the
know.
bridge. That's
Yeah.
at
I
least you
did
can
tell
see
him.
the
I
shit
should have
there.
told him. That's where we didn't go.
Well, because every time we tried to, there's always
There
There
was
was a
people
bunch
people
of
there.
people over there, yeah.
Sucked because I would have caught some motherfucking fish this time.
And we had the net.
I bought a net.
Yeah.
I bought a net.
We should have gone all the way up in that stream or that river or whatever.
That would
I don't
take
know
months.
that. I don't know that we would have caught anything because they were saying like there's no fish.
we just
I don't
have to go at the
know.
beginning of the month when they stock it. That's when you get everything.
Yeah.
Because the guy I work with that went up there a couple weeks before we went, he caught like 9 or 10 fish.
Yeah. Parker looks
But
like
I mean,
an
we
anime
were there at
character.
the beginning of the month.
Yeah, I don't know when they stock it. I'm just saying.
You're just in the background looking like an anime character, dude.
Yeah, Parker, say something in Japanese.
Yeah. Omeo korosu baka.
Say.
Oh,
Kia second.
Omeo korosu baka. That
Say some
means
fucking One Piece
I'm
shit.
going to kill you, idiot.
Say
In Japanese.
Say.
That's the only Japanese I know. Other than konnichiwa.
Kamehameha, Parker. Oh my God, Parker, you're such a fucking god. Just hurry up and fucking move.
Stop it.
Just move already.
God.
He's wearing my hat.
Just
so
flew away, man.
Yeah, Parker flew.
Don't do it because
they're
Andrew's
gonna
gonna
be
cry
They're gonna be
for a
super
couple of
sad.
days.
I swear to God, they act like they're not gonna be sad.
Buddy feels
He
moving.
he was sad when he found out that you were moving.
Yeah,
so.
he cried.
Who the fuck actually gets orders out of DM besides going to Korea?
Parker?
That's fucking weird.
He'll be right back.
You're like one of the 3 people I've known that's ever gotten orders out of DM.
They'll send him back.
Burke, but he also went to Nellis.
It's true. Like, there's people I've known that have been at DM for like 18 straight years.
Kesnil Johnson, man, but they went to fucking England. But it's
England.
different for fucking
England, man.
supply, though. Supply goes everywhere.
True that.
Yeah, Parker, you're lucky you're E&E. Can you imagine
You
if you're
forgot your wall.
avionics?
Huh?
You
What's that?
forgot your wall.
I know. I went to go look for the blanket and I gave up.
You just need to get a green,
Oh,
like,
it's
green
upstairs.
screen one.
Well, not blanket. Sorry, the sound isolation drape.
That makes sense.
Yeah, my mistake.
I'm not using a
It's
normal
upstairs. I
blanket.
washed it.
They cost $4,000.
Got it at Macy's.
Hey, I wanted to be nice, like your wall.
I build the wall. God damn it!
It's
You
upstairs.
better believe it.
I washed it.
Them sounds ain't hopping over here no more.
Nope. That's the shit Trump looking for.
See, Parker's not even on a microphone. You can still hear his laughter. So I feel like you guys are just attacking me
No,
unnecessarily.
But you hear all that background echo? That's
'Cause
because he's not getting close.
Parker's annoying ass laugh fucking cuts through everything. It's like a light wave.
This is how you know Andrew loves Parker because
Yep.
he's insulting the shit out of him right now. He's gonna miss him so
They're
bad.
called sound
Yeah,
nodes,
he's
okay?
gonna cry.
He's producing a shitload of fucking nodes that are just reflecting off the walls. Luckily, I have 3 strategically
¿Qué dijo?
strategically placed sound absorbers because I knew you were coming.
It just
You're
reflects.
sitting here.
It reflects off there right into my microphone. Perfect.
So you're good from the distance because of my mathematical skills
that he
and engineering
He used
background.
pi and radians and stuff.
You
Normal-
wouldn't understand.
Normal
It's not bad.
stuff.
I don't want to confuse you
good
with
we
it.
watched it.
Yeah, Parker, you fucking.
And there's really no layman's terms for it, so.
Damn,
Yeah.
Tori, why you always burping?
Yeah,
I
Tori.
had to.
It's that wine.
Sorry.
Is that
It's the
sangria?
wine.
It's
yeah.
that saying. The fuck was that? Do that
My
again.
burp.
That's I thought
Yeah, I'm burping.
it's a new dance. Burp,
Bounce
burp.
that head like a
God
basketball.
damn it.
Bounce that head like a basketball.
You know it's gonna
Don't
be in my
you
head.
know? I'm bent about-
What?
That's gonna be in my
Out here,
head,
dog,
but you know what is in my head?
bent,
I don't really want to
No,
do the
sh-
work today. I don't really.
You have to do
really-
like the.
I know, right?
dance.
Damn, Tori dancing and shit.
What song be
What?
that?
She had the Gamay Rouge, dude.
Dang, she did have the Game A Rouge.
Man, I look super fucking white in this video, and I
Oh, you talking about just? let me
don't
see.
know how to feel about this shit. Like, just my coloring.
It's
Oh,
just
yeah.
the light. You know, the
It's
spotlight.
just
It's
the
like right on top
light.
of you.
Your
So-
key light is right in front of you. That's why.
Bring
So-
out all my flaws.
So what else have we been
Let's go.
doing since this last podcast, which was like feels like probably a month ago,
We've been-
honestly.
I-
I've been
Chilling,
playing Animal Crossing
smoking
and
weed and
Yoshi's
drinking.
Crafted World.
Crafted World.
I haven't played
Fucking
Stardew
legit.
Valley in a while.
You have not. So your fucking
My
crops are
crops-
probably fucking dead.
Nah, it waits for you. So that's what I like
Tamagotchi
about that game.
value. But you know what we all did play? Well,
Hmm.
Last
not
of
all.
Us Part 2.
That motherfucking game.
Hey, Ellie.
Oh shit! What the fuck? What is this?
Hey.
What the fuck are you at, Tori?
What happened there?
I'm a ghost.
How
I'm a
that-
ghost.
What
I'm
the
a
fuck?
ghost.
How the hell is it like that?
I have
You're
the
the only one that
power
got
to
that.
disappear.
You got her censored.
You're the only one that caught that from how high.
What? The-
I'm a ghost.
I'm so confused by this.
Let's see. Move it again.
Yeah, like if you. How is it? It's like two different. What the fuck?
Now they know
Can
what
you-
movie we're gonna talk about.
Can
Way
you
to go.
adjust? Can you adjust in real time?
Oh, there she is.
Oh, that's why.
There
Because
she
this fucking thing is so fucking big. Jeez.
Way to go, Tori.
What'd you do to me?
There you go.
That's Andrew's fault.
Ah, good
I
enough.
believe it.
Good
Yeah.
enough.
You're
Yeah.
fine.
All right, so this game. So we finally
I'll
all
just
beat it.
Hold the fucking microphone. No, you cannot get me. You're not gonna boop my nose. Stop.
Boop my
I was just
nose
asking
like a
what this
is.
basketball.
I just realized
It's-
the
Boop
shit.
and
It's a
Ba-doop,
walkthrough
ba-doop,
guide. Stop it.
So, Last of Us 2, Naughty Dog, sequel to The Last of Us. The story. So, the very beginning of the game, it's like 4 years after the first Last of Us. Ellie and Joel don't really talk. They go out on a patrol. Joel gets killed by fucking bitch ass Abby.
Buff ass
her.
Abby.
Buff ass
Fuck
fucking.
her.
Probably beat the fuck out of me if she really wanted to. And I'm fucking
No,
jacked.
she beat the shit out of all of us.
Yeah, she could.
And she had that face like I smell something sour.
Yeah, she had fucking bitter beer face.
So you play.
She looked like Jeremy Renner, dude. Like,
So after she kills Joel, you play as Ellie, trying to get that revenge. You go to Seattle where they're at. You spend 4 days there, kill all her friends, basically that were with her. And then at some point they're in a theater, and then boom, there's Abby. You're like, oh shit, game's over. Psych, motherfuckers.
Now
We're
you
going
gotta-
back 4 days. Now you get to play as Abby.
How do you guys feel about that? I lost interest at that
I did
point.
not want to play as Abby.
Me
Like,
neither.
Fuck this
I
bitch.
I knew I had to because if I want to beat the game, I have to do this part.
Parker's
But
got some stuff to say.
I didn't want to. I'm like, I just don't care about this part.
And I feel like it would have been easier to play as Abby had they not shown Joel get killed till the end.
yeah.
Parker, you played this fucking
Your
game.
thoughts,
You
please.
beat-
Speak it to the microphone. What did you believe?
This game.
No,
You love what?
I love everything about this game.
Everything. What is everything, Parker? Well, before you get to that, so you play as Abby for 4 days, and then it goes back to where it was when you get in the theater and Ellie sees Abby. So then you have to play as Abby and you fight Ellie. Let me tell you something. Ellie's a little fucking savage. She fucking... I let her kill me a bunch of times because I didn't like Abby.
Ellie, man.
Like, you get too close, and she's like,
Thank you.
shotgun to the face,
God, man.
or
that shit-
fucking stabbed.
I died a lot.
I did too.
Parker didn't, because... Did you die a lot in that, or you get her the first
No,
time?
of course not, because he played it on easy.
That true?
That's Edward's thing.
Shut the fuck up.
He played in Survivor.
Resident Evil 7 on easy.
Because that was scary. It wasn't hard. It was scary.
That's
I didn't-
irrelevant.
I didn't want to be scared. So then after you fight
I died a
Ellie
lot.
as Abby, you everyone dies basically. Not everyone, but you're about to get killed. Then here comes Dina. She attacks Abby.
Vadina? That's what I called it.
Dina gets shot by fucking old.
D-Nice.
What's the dude's name?
I hated her.
Dina? Oh, which dude?
The one that was with Abby, the little kid.
Avatar.
Lev.
Little Avatar kid. That's what I
Yeah.
call him.
Avatar kid.
The Avatar kid.
Yeah.
Little
So-
Avatar kid.
So he shoots her at the
One,
bow
two,
and like the
three,
shoulder, and then Abby's about to kill him, and Lev's like, "No." And that's how kind of that part ends. Flash forward where Dina and Ellie are in their fucking badass house in the middle of nowhere with a bunch of goats. Fucking Ellie, whatever, goats, sheep, monkeys, same thing.
Yeah.
Ellie has a little
No.
shush, Tori. That's the same
Best
thing.
No,
Monkeys
it's
and
not.
goats are the same fucking thing.
They
No,
do
it's
the
not.
same. They do the same thing. They give milk and do stuff like that. Eat like weeds.
So, in
I mean, I will eat a goat, but not a monkey.
I'd eat
that's
both.
racist.
Don't knock it till you try it.
Yeah.
I'd eat both. Fuck it.
So Ellie's in the barn and she has like a Vietnam flashback because she
Yeah.
got the
That
PTSD.
Man, got her. I like that a lot. I like that they did that.
And then she goes back to the house and is his name Sam? Not Sam. That's fucking Drake's brother.
Tommy, dude.
Tommy.
Tommy.
Tommy's there. Like you think Tommy's dead because he was shot in the back of the head by Ellie or Abby.
But it looks
Jesus.
like it got him. Because at first, when I saw it, it looked like I think that hit him like on the neck or on the back. I don't know, upper back.
Well, it somehow knocked his eye out. So.
yeah. So it was close.
And then Tommy's like, "We're gonna fucking just give up." she killed my brother.
You made a promise.
Exactly. So she fucking leaves, like, to the dismay of Dina, her little lesbo girlfriend.
She's so annoying, dude.
Vagina.
Like,
Vagina.
And then she goes to Santa Barbara. Well, before she goes to Santa Barbara, you're there as Abby and Lev, and they get caught. So then Ellie goes there, kills some people. Long story short, she fights Abby at the very end, and was about to kill her by drowning her, and just gave up.
yeah.
And that's how the game ends. Not a happy ending. Not
You
a
saw,
very
like,
happy.
Abby was like, he couldn't even recognize her. at
Oh,
first.
she
Yeah,
was skinny.
Oh man.
She
She's
was all
chained up and
emaciated.
shit. So then at the very, very end,
I think
Ellie,
that's better revenge than killing her, seeing her like that.
well, I mean, for us, but probably for Ellie, not the same.
She took off with the Avatar kid though.
But
Yeah.
she did let her go. She wanted to kill her, and then she decided against it, and
And then
that makes her the better person.
she probably doesn't feel like the better person, though. She probably feels like my life like Ellie's story is not a happy ending. She goes back
No.
home to the
Nothing.
house, and
Her
there's
fucking
no one there.
farmhouse.
Okay, I
she
just-
tries to play the guitar, her fingers don't work.
Vagina bounced on her.
Yeah.
So I just want to know how the fuck Dina's stupid ass fucking managed to clear that entire house out.
Probably people from Jackson, because her
That's
parents,
exactly
her
what I
parents
said.
live in Jackson.
Yeah.
But-
I assume they weren't that far from Jackson.
So
So
other than Abby, my least favorite character in this game was Dina. She annoyed
me because
fuck outta
she
me.
tagged
It's like,
along when she
bitch, you
kind of
knew.
knew you. Like,
You knew you
you're
were
probably
fucking
pregnant,
dude.
and you want to tag along.
that was stupid.
That's
But
like
if she wasn't
so
there,
fucking
Ellie would have been
retard.
killed as soon as she got caught.
That's true.
But
It also like made me sad that Ellie's horse got killed.
I know.
Shimmers.
Yeah, Shimmer.
So you know what I thought about after I played it, like towards like Ellie at the end, how she was so like bent on revenge. She kind of reminded me of Nathan Drake from Uncharted 4,
Yeah.
where she was so blinded by like what she had to do.
Rage and fucking revenge.
But whereas Drake, like, you know, his wife stayed with him, like actually rescued him.
Yeah.
Ellie's like, "Fuck you, I'm out." And I kind of like this kind of weird parallel
answer.
there. But
Well, in the beginning, I like how you start playing off it like as Joel as well, and then he gets to that guitar, takes it to her, and you could tell things are a little shaky with them still.
yeah,
So he's like, "Yeah, I can teach you.
well,
how to
that's
play starting tomorrow."
that's one thing that I thought was kind of cool. Like after each day in Seattle, it flashes back.
Yeah.
So you flash back to
which I think they should have done. Like starting at the beginning, they should have started with the flashbacks, moved on up, and then got to the part where Abby kills.
yeah, that should have been.
kills like I don't think that they should have even had you play as Abby. I feel like that's lazy storytelling.
I feel like that's just how they tried to extend the game.
And
That's exactly what I felt.
Exactly. Yeah, we were just talking about that. But I feel like they used that as lazy storytelling to add as filler. And it should have never happened. Like, we don't need to understand every opposing side's motivation for what they do. She's a piece of shit.
I see what they try to do. Both sides have done shady shit.
Yeah,
You
But
know what I
we-
mean?
But we've already grown to love Ellie. We had an entire
Well,
game dedicated.
it felt more
to that
justified
shit.
with Joel's side to me because he grew an attachment. He got attached to Ellie, and then
Yeah.
these doctors wanted to do that shit against her will. She didn't know. They were just gonna do it, and then he was like, "Fuck
it's,
no."
It's that whole like consent.
that's why I feel like they
Argument.
should have shown his death after
Yeah.
Abby's part. So you're like, "Oh, who's this new chick I'm playing as?" And you're like, "Okay, I like this chick. She's
Yeah,
cool."
I agree.
And then you
I
see what
agree.
she did. You're like,
Fuck
"Fuck
her."
this bitch! Fuck this bitch!"
I don't like. Out of all of them, I like Mel, the little pregnant chick.
Because she called her out. Like, you're
She
a
called
piece
her
of
out.
shit.
She's like, "Hey, you're a piece of shit, and you've always been a piece of
and
shit."
then even from the very beginning, she was already like, well, what we
Yeah.
did to those motherfuckers
And
is kind
then-
of shady.
and then
so can we be upset with them
and then
while
I
they're
kind of
attacking us?
liked. I kind of liked Owen.
I liked Owen.
I thought he was the most logical
I liked.
out of the entire group.
I liked Jesse.
Jesse Glenn 2.0.
Yeah, that's.
Well,
And that's
Owen,
exactly what I thought. Like,
Yeah, he
these
looked
other
like
side
Glenn,
characters,
dude.
these side characters, I'm like,
he had
they
a
would-
weird voice.
They'd be like, damn, these people would have a cool game like Yara and Yara, Jesse. I'm like, I would love to play a game with these people did.
And you know what? Yara is a name from Game of Thrones, so
Yada.
that.
Well, what I like about Owen, he realized like early on, it's like,
Why
yeah,
are we doing this
yeah,
shit?
we're
a
kind of
fucking
fucked
cult,
up.
dude.
Like,
Like,
we're
I'm getting the fuck
chasing,
outta
we're
here.
hunting this person down.
Like,
Yeah.
why? What are we doing? Why are you doing this? Like, just like I get it, but at the same time, it's like, all right, that's enough, man.
Like I get her dad got killed and shit, but at the same time, it was hard for
your
me to
your dad was trying to kill a
sympathize
little girl,
and empathize
dude.
because he was just like, oh, this is the cure, this is the
fuck?
cure. We're just gonna do it.
all right, now we'll get the opposing side. Parker, why did you like Abby?
Tell us.
Them titties.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that won me over.
She had none.
Dude,
No,
gross.
I like the fact that I started off
square boobies?
going, I really don't want to play this chick till the end, where I was like, I don't feel comfortable doing this. This revenge shit's kind of, you're just like, Ellie, stop.
Yeah.
And that's what they were trying
I
And I
like
think they accomplished
gameplay
it
wise,
great.
I enjoyed playing as like the Abby
She
game
has
part.
the best parts of the game.
Like when
She
you're
got a fucking flamethrower.
when you're fucking
Yeah.
when you're going on that
She
little
had the
bridge
best
between the
weapons.
skyscrapers.
Yeah,
I can't
just
do
that
this. I'm scared of heights.
Did you fall off at all?
Yeah,
I
one
did
time.
because you know when she fell off, she didn't just fall. She like jumped off.
That shit was scary, man.
Oh man.
And the hospital was the best part of the game.
Oh, the Rat King.
Yeah, I didn't even know that was his
Fuck
name.
that
but
thing, man. The
That
wrecking.
thing was
That
amazing.
shit scared the fuck out of me, dude.
That shit was
I'm all running
hard.
and shit. I just kept running. Stop. Here he comes. Shoot. Run.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
that
that-
part was. I loved it.
What'd you guys think about the scars before you actually saw them? Like they kept talking about the scars. I'm like, what the fuck are these? Are these like zombies that like kind of came back to their senses or whatever? And the first time you see them, like
They seemed real culty to me.
scared the shit
I
out
kind
of
of
me.
knew that they were people already. I kind of figured that out. I think my problem with it, like as I started playing with Abby, it was predictable to me, man. Like, okay, I know where this is heading. They're gonna try to make me grow
Feel-
attached to her, you know, like because certain things. And well, I do think the story eventually I started enjoying it because in the beginning I was like, oh, whatever, let's just get over this shit.
Yep.
I never got into the coins. I didn't give a fuck. The
I-
coins she collects, I like the
Oh
cards.
yeah.
I
The,
think-
the cards that Ellie collected, I'm like, hell yeah, superhero cards, super
Fuck
villains.
yeah, the trading cards.
The coins, I was like, I don't give a fuck.
I think-
Let's just get through your shit.
Honestly, it could have been better if you had just started the game out as Abby.
Or just show Joel's death at
Yeah.
the end.
Yeah.
If you
Like-
if you had started out as Abby and her journey and seeing everything on the opposing side, not knowing it was Ellie,
just
and
because
then
what
and
she
then
did
going
to,
back as Ellie and then fucking doing all that shit, and then at the end seeing Joel dying, I think it would have been way
Then
more
you're like,
effective.
I'm gonna go chase this
Just
bitch
'cause,
down.
what
and
she
kill the
did to
motherfucker.
Joel-
Exactly.
just what she did to Joel, and if you've been playing the first one, because I started playing the first one before I got the second version, you're like, yeah, I can't feel for you, man. Like, it's a little different. Like I get it to an extent, but the situation was a little different, man. And
Speak up.
I just don't understand how people didn't see this coming. It's like the whole trailers are Ellie is on this quest for revenge. Like,
Yeah.
What did you think she was revenging?
oh no,
We
knew already.
that she
we
was
talked
gonna
about
kill. Like you knew
What
that
was it?
Joel's
Stole
gonna
her
die.
pizza.
We talked about it like 3 podcasts ago. We're like, yeah, Joel's gonna die. We
I
know
mean,
he's gonna die.
You know he's gonna
So
die.
get it out the way. And I just like that.
But again, that goes back to the predictability of like, okay, I know where this is going, and it was just hard for me to like.
But like, if you're playing as Abby before you see Joel die, you don't know if she's gonna be the cause of it or something she did caused it. But then, like, seeing her actually,
I don't think it changes anything.
It does.
I mean, it does, because if you're playing as Abby and she does something that accidentally gets Joel killed, like, you feel bad, like, oh shit, she fucked up, compared to her like shooting him in the leg with a shotgun and beating his head in with a
Like,
golf club.
There was no accident at all. She was pissed.
I know.
This
I'm
is
so,
Ellie,
that's
so
what I'm saying. Like, if you don't
beat
know,
his fucking brains in.
if you don't know what
No.
what led to Joel's death, you know he dies, but you don't know
Argue more.
if you don't know that Abby like
Keep going.
kills.
You're supposed to know that.
Well,
I don't get it. It's like you're supposed to know that. You're supposed to hate her at the point when you're supposed to play her.
And yeah, I get that. Like they
Like,
were going to
They
that.
were going for that.
They
Like,
wanted
you're
you
not
to-
going to like this
they
character,
wanted to,
but
like,
we will
not like
try
her.
to humanize her.
Yeah, and they
instead
wanted.
of just
They literally wanted you
Didn't
to
work.
like. Here, you got to play as her.
yeah.
Go, even though
It's
you hate
more
her.
like, hey.
They really wanted that.
And I let her get killed so many times.
Me too. I did.
I was like, hey, we can John Wick this and have these people be regular generic people.
It's just the
that you kill,
predictability
but-
for me, man. That did it for me. Like I know where they're going with it with her, and that
But her-
kind of annoyed me.
Her like actual part of the game, probably the best gameplay.
Yeah. It was
Like
definitely
that
all the
whole
best
building
part.
she had to go through, like when she
Which
started at the top and to
I'm
go.
sure they did that on purpose, you know. 'Cause, yeah, I don't know, man.
But then that last fight, and then Ellie gets her fingers bit off.
Oh,
Ow, ouchies.
what I liked about with Abby, where she finally started realizing, like, maybe I am a piece of shit.
Scars aren't
And
as
people-
aren't all
yeah.
bad.
Little Avadar kid, he's cool. I like little Avadar kid.
And then fucking
Lev.
Yara gets fucking like when she
Oh,
kills
man.
Isaac, is that his name?
Yeah,
And
Isaac.
then they just fucking lay into her fucking body.
They blasted her ass,
I
man.
didn't see that part.
Yeah, you went to bed already. Yeah, Yara got fucking blasted.
She got murked.
It's like,
She's amazing.
and that kind of pissed me off because like I went through all this trouble to get all this
Just-
shit
yeah,
for you
yeah.
to fix your fucking arm and shit, and then,
And then
you
fucking
die.
Lev's stupid ass, like, I want to go to my mommy.
Like
And then Yara's like, we got to go get him. Like, man, you should,
Okay, little
fucking bitch.
Krillin, chill out.
And that fight, when you fight that giant black guy, where you,
Fuck
you
that dude.
Fuck, you like cut his, like, you Joker his ass
It
and
just
shit.
keeps coming at you.
Just grab his face while it's all jacked up. It's like, oh my god.
Fuck.
That's another
But-
thing I loved about the game. It was just like,
Brutal as fuck.
yeah, it was brutal, and
it really was.
It wasn't like a fun brutal. It was
Yeah.
like, ugh.
Unnecessary.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude,
I
I
was like,
played
I
it
don't-
with the kids, man. They watched
Yeah.
a part of it. They were like,
That's what I
well,
was-
the first one
I was telling a
actually.
friend because we were
Felix?
talking about Mortal Kombat, and I was like, Mortal Kombat's like Looney Tune violence.
It is.
Like,
It's
oh, we do all
ridiculous.
crazy
This
stuff,
is like
and I was
realistic
you play
shit.
Last of Us, and you like just choking somebody out and hearing the enemies call out their name. You're just like, ugh.
Or you shoot him with a shotgun, you see a leg fly off and
It's
shit.
like, ugh.
But-
this is uncomfortable.
I do rate the overall game like I rate it high because I kind of view it as art. You know what I mean? Art, you might not always agree. You might disagree with some shit, but as long as it gets a reaction from you, it's effective.
That's the
Yeah.
main thing. It got a reaction.
And they got a reaction,
Yeah.
so it's effective.
Tell
I-
me about Felix watching you play.
Oh man, he got which part? The first
The
one?
First one.
Oh, he got scared, man. He was like, "Oh shit!"
I'd say it's probably, I'd say it's easily probably the best PS4 game I've played.
I covered his mouth.
But here's the thing about it, I liked it, but God, I really did not like playing it. Like the story,
Yeah.
I was like, fuck.
I played the first like hour and a half with the kids, and I played the second one. Well, I played the first hour and a half of the first one, and I played like maybe an hour or two of the second one with them. And the kids were like, the first was way scarier. I mean, I think it's just because of I started it from the very beginning with them.
Well, it's because they got really sad.
Yeah, because
the little
what happened
girl
with
is-
Joel's daughter, and then
Yeah.
just everything going to shit. You're like, what the fuck is going on, man? Yeah, they were scared
Yeah.
as shit in that
Yeah.
first one.
I think another thing I like is just like a fan theory, which kind of starting to make sense. Is like they believe that Ellie actually got a happy ending. Like when she goes to the house, it's not her first time going there. As
No.
in as she went back to the main city because she has her little bracelet on that old girl had when she left, and she didn't have it when she left. So they're thinking that hey, she went back, everything's okay because she's not calling out for anybody's name. She's not
She just
surprised.
kind of goes there, like, kind of,
Just
Just
to
and
sort
some
of
things,
remember-
like-
yeah, like
like, all right, this is my
This is
last
my
time
last-
here.
Yeah, we
I
talked
think
about
her
that a little
playing
bit.
the guitar is pretty much her final okay
Or goodbye.
goodbye to Joel.
So do you
Yeah.
think that in the end
Fuck Dina.
she'll
though.
like,
I like Dina.
and
Of
I
course
kind of
you
like
did.
Dina too.
Dina's
I
hilarious.
did not.
She was
like
a little
Dina.
annoying to
She
me.
annoyed
I mean, she was
me.
okay at times, but overall, she
I
was a
just
little
thought she
annoying.
was
She
hilarious.
annoyed me.
Did
I
you see her
honestly
actual
didn't even
actress?
notice her though. That's like she was just kind of there for me
Did you see the actress, the actual actress?
Yeah.
for
She
Dina.
looks
Yeah.
exactly like her.
Did you see the actress for Abby?
Abby, yeah, I
Fucking
did.
jacked.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Cause she was a UFC fighter, wasn't she?
Yeah.
I knew Abby had an actual person, but I didn't know Dina did. And
Yeah,
then
I
I
think
saw
they all
Dina.
did.
I'm like,
So did Yara,
oh fuck.
though.
It's an actual person.
Yara,
That's what-
Yara looked exactly
One of
like
the things
her.
that's messed me up with Ghost of Tsushima is just like seeing the
Oh, you're
actors
playing
in
that. Yeah, I forget.
yeah, seeing the actors in Last of Us 2, how great everything's acted,
How
and then you go to
realistically-
Ghost of Tsushima and they're all it's like bad dubbing. It's not
Well,
even
if
because
you
of their
want, if you
fault.
play in English, it's not
perfect,
bad.
But if you're
Yeah.
playing in Japanese, it's
Is it a good
which is
game,
funny
though,
because it's
or-
usually Chinese to English. You
Yeah.
get bad dubbing, but now it's vice versa. But once you see it, and you're just like, man, Last of Us 2 animations just blew this game.
So yeah, when
completely out the
when I
water.
see their faces talking, I'm staring strictly at the subtitles,
yeah.
so I don't have to look at their mouths being all fucking wrong. And that's another thing about it, like when you're just kind of going through the world and they have like their little kind of background conversation with themselves, that it's not dubbed.
Yeah.
So
So and it's not subtitles there either.
Yeah, so-
Sometimes you're just like, oh, well,
you're like, what the fuck
he
did
said
you just
some
say?
shit. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
But yeah, The Last of Us, I liked Abby's part of the game, like her gameplay, because I feel is way cooler. Like,
I really want a flamethrower. Just in general.
When she gets to the part where her and Yara are in like those apartments in Seattle, and you kind of reading the stuff like how people tried to survive.
Yeah.
And Seattle itself looked really fucking cool, like post-apocalyptic.
They had like their whole football stadium full of people.
Yeah,
And
They
yeah,
have food there. They have like a
We
farm,
looked up
a
the
gym.
locations.
and
shit.
they're legit.
And they're
Yeah,
legit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, oh, that's fucking cool.
So definitely, this is like my second favorite game of the year so
It's
far.
pretty cool.
what's your first?
Persona 5 Royal.
Of
No,
course, it
it's
fucking is
Animal
my
Crossing, obviously.
Yeah, Persona 5 Royal.
Animal Crossing, obviously.
Then this, then maybe Final Fantasy.
And Animal Crossing, obviously.
Still a lot to go in the year though.
I feel like this is my favorite PS4 game. Right up there with
You just
Uncharted
traveled
4.
back in time, dude.
Cause like, I don't know. I just feel like it. I mean, it was story wise, it's hella fucking like sad and not fucking. It's not a good
It's
story. It's
I don't know, I'd say
realistic.
realistic world of
It-
like, hey, everybody in this world is shit. There's no heroes. There's
Yeah,
no
yeah.
villains.
This is like
Everybody's shitty people.
there's no black and white. It's we're all gray here.
Yeah.
It was fucking.
I just feel bad for the voice actress of Abby and the director because they're getting death threats over some dumb shit.
It's so fucking stupid.
It
like
really is.
it's because whoever leaked the game, like they didn't leak it properly. It's like, yeah, there's a transvestite. Like,
Yeah.
because she's jacked, don't mean she's a fucking tranny.
Yeah, exactly.
And I saw some of those fucking threats that Neil Druckmann got. Like, the fact people take a game this fucking serious.
Like stuff like that makes me wish they kind of went harder on the Joel death, just because that's what.
Shit. Fuck.
Especially if that's stuff that they're upset about. I'm like, I kind of wish they had like I don't know, Abby pull a dildo out and fuck Joel in the
I know,
head
right?
That would have been
just to piss people off more, just because people are stupid.
Like
bigger reaction, so
Yeah.
Yeah,
be effective, I guess.
like
What was your favorite part of the game?
the Rat King.
The
And
Rat King?
also, like, overall, just me going from fuck Abby, I don't even want to play this, to, like, the end, like I said, when you see Abby, she's strung up, she's skinny as hell, and then Ellie's like, look, I can't let you
You
go.
know, I'm the
And you're-
same
I'm just
way,
I
like,
was like, oh,
Fucking
man.
just let it go.
Yeah, like, as soon as she left, I was like, look, you got this nice house.
You got a
You got
family.
you got everything. You're like,
Just
let it go.
fucking end it,
then once
man.
the flashback happened, I was like, oh, well, she's definitely leaving. And she
I-
left, and I was like, oh, no, don't do this. Like, just let it go.
I was kind of the opposite, man. For me, I didn't give a fuck if she killed her or let her go. That's how I felt with Ellie. I'm like, whatever. If you kill her, fuck it. You kill her. If you let her go, you let her go. I was
But,
like
like-
neutral, I guess.
I guess I was kind of the same way, but it's like
Yeah.
you went all that way, and then you're hesitant about it. Like you should have just
Main
fucking
thing is, like,
stayed.
You get your ass whooped once. You kind of don't go back.
I think a lot of
Well-
her hesitancy towards it too was because of Lev,
Hello, Abbott Arcade.
and she saw
That
how
little
much
bastard.
she
See
saw
how he
how
jump
much
on
she
shit?
cared about somebody else too. I think that has a lot to do with like humanity and shit.
Yeah, it's like we said, there's no heroes, there's no villains in this.
Yeah.
They're all a bunch of gray.
Just- yeah,
I did like
super-
that. I did like that. I was like, okay, they're both shitty.
They humanize.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They both do whatever. It's an apocalypse. It's you do whatever you got to do to survive.
Yeah.
And I did like the flashbacks, especially Ellie's side. Like the first one you see, like they go to some museum for a birthday, and then you find out that
Dinosaurs and stuff.
fucking she finds out what Joel did.
I think that was all great because it was like she was so mad. That was another thing that kind of like it made me call home after I was done because it was just like she was so upset with Joel, and she was like, "Okay, you know what? I've been holding this anger towards you. I will start to get it off."
Yeah.
And it was like next day, Joel's gone, and you're just like,
Fuck.
you never know when.
Like
You never know
when
when
someone's
the day is
Yeah,
gone.
you never know when the last time you're gonna see or talk to somebody is.
Exactly. So it's just like, hey, there's no reason to hold this anger towards whoever.
And
And, like-
I think at this point too, we can all kind of like relate to that. You know,
Well, I like that Joel told her, like, if I had to do it all over again,
Damn right I
I'd
would.
fucking do it again, man.
Yeah.
It's like,
so my only issue with the fucking
I have an arcade.
doctor, no, the doctor, the one that was gonna kill Ellie is like, if you had just asked her for consent, because you asked your daughter and your daughter gave fucking consent, be like, hey, you know, if this needed to happen, I would let it happen. You didn't ask fucking Ellie.
Yeah.
So this is on you.
and he got asked twice.
And you got asked twice.
What if it was your daughter?
What would you do if it
He
was
wouldn't
your
answer
kid?
it, and then he got asked again. What if it was your daughter? He
If-
wouldn't answer it.
If he had just talked to Ellie about it before just making that decision for her, and I think that's like an important fucking conversation
just-
about consent.
Didn't they kidnap her though?
They did.
If I remember
They
correctly, they
did.
took her,
Yeah.
and Joel had to track her down.
So Tori just farted. So
Tori, chill out, man. I got it. That shit takes a lot of editing.
So if they had just sat down and talked to Ellie and fucking got consent from her, this wouldn't even be an issue.
Because she would have agreed.
Because she would have agreed to it. But they didn't. They went ahead with it and they tried to, and then Joel did what he had to do, and that was the issue. Is that Ellie was never consulted in the conversation.
Even if she was, I think the same thing would have happened. Because she was talking to Joel. She was like, hey, my life would have mattered if I would have died. Yeah.
And he'd have been like,
he'd have been like,
don't
"No."
give a fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
Your life
No.
just matters to
You're
me.
You're my
F
pretend
you.
daughter now.
Here's your guitar.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I really feel like the same thing would have
Same
happened in
thing
the
would've
game.
happened, yeah.
Parker, why don't you take this microphone for this part?
Because I don't want to sit over there.
You don't
Besides,
wanna
we're
sit-
almost done
You
with this
don't-
You don't want to
conversation.
sit
I have
next
to-
to
We're
each
about
other.
to move
He's
on
gonna
anyway.
miss
Yeah.
you.
I have to
Like,
protect Marcos from falling.
yeah,
He
but
almost-
God.
Parker,
This shit is scary.
you have to sit next to
We're almost-
Andrew
we're
and give
almost
him
done
a
with
kiss
this-
on the cheek.
We're almost
So-
done with this
yeah,
part
Andrew-
anyway.
Andrew's gonna miss you.
We'll hit the
so-
review at 40 minutes. So right now, what do you guys give it overall? Let's start with you, Andrew, for 1 through 10.
Fuck, man. Probably 10.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like for a PS4 game, it's right up there with Uncharted 4. So,
Even man, if you guys haven't played Golden Abyss on the PSP,
I haven't.
I recommend it. That game had me hooked for Uncharted.
But the thing is, with Uncharted 4, I can play that every so often. I'm never going to play Last of Us 2 again. Unless there's DLC.
They're not.
They're not.
Yeah,
They
they
already
won't.
said there's no DLC plan. Their
Okay.
story is told. They pretty much nailed, or they put everything out there. On
All right, I'll move on. For mine,
It was traumatizing.
I'll give it a 9 because just because of that little gap, I didn't care playing as Abby. As soon as I started and it went back in day one, I'm like,
I mean,
don't
I
give a
didn't
fuck
care
about
playing
this.
as Abby either, but like her gameplay parts were the best. Like I had
She
more.
had good game parts, but the initial, I
She
guess I'm talking
had-
to the initial. I
she
just
had
wanted
the
to get
best
through
weapons.
it. I wanted to get through it as fast as I could.
She
I didn't
had
give
the
a
best
fuck about.
weapons, and she had a puppy.
I didn't give a fuck about none of the coins.
So
None of that.
Yeah,
none of that
coins, yeah,
bullshit.
fuck that.
When compared with Ellie, I try to find all the goddamn trading cards.
She got
I
a-
try to find all of them and like, oh shit, this is a kid's room. Let's look. Let's look.
Flip this fucking mattress over.
With Abby, I'm like, it's coins. I don't give a shit.
But she
Let's just get
got
through
a
their
she got a
shit.
fucking crossbow and a goddamn flamethrower.
I was
and
just trying
That
to-
was not
Crossbow was nice.
fair. That was not fair. I'm like, I want a goddamn fucking flamethrower.
I was just trying to get back to Ellie. That's
Same.
basically how I was rushing through
It's like fuck.
Abby's
I got
part.
3 more days of this bullshit.
While her shit was still good, I just didn't care enough to like you know, I don't know, I guess kind of let it sink in and shit. So I'll give it a 9 out of 10 overall.
Parker?
I give it a 9 too. Only because at the end I was just ready. I was just tired of scrounging through everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, by
It's
the end of
like
the
the
game, I
whole
was
ga-
like,
the
I'm
whole
so
time,
glad
like,
it's
I'm
over.
Searching through everything, trying to find everything.
It's exhausting.
And around the end, we're just like, oh my god,
Just
I
end.
just want this to be done.
Yeah.
But other than that part, I was like, that's the only knock. I loved everything about it: story, gameplay, everything.
Yeah. Seattle looked fucking awesome post-apocalyptic.
Yeah.
The whole thing looked awesome.
Those fucking graphics, dude.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the
Like,
god
just-
damn.
Beautiful.
That house, like once you sit on the tractor and you get that scenery scene, it's just like, wow, you made it, especially in this world.
What do you give it, Diana? You played most of it with me, so
Well,
I waited for you for
I
most of
wouldn't.
it.
I wouldn't say I played it, but
Well, you watched me play most of it.
I'm gonna give it a 9. Also, I get where they were coming from with you guys playing Abby. I get where they were coming from, trying to humanize the antagonist of the
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
I have never been a fan of trying to humanize antagonists of stories and trying to turn them into protagonists. It's not a thing that I like. I have never liked that in fucking stories. I think it's lazy storytelling. The game itself was beautiful. It was beautiful. Everything about it looked fucking gorgeous. Fuck the Shamblers. And
yeah.
fuck the Rat
Oh,
King.
fuck that wreck. God damn it.
I've
I
never-
died so many times.
I've never screamed so much
Yeah,
playing
she
a
screamed
fucking
like,
game.
ah! Especially we got these speakers. That's what we saw. I got fucking 7.1 now. That shit's super scary, dude.
However, I will say that I did enjoy the story. I did enjoy them humanizing Abby. I thought it was a good twist on the story, even though I think it's lazy
Because
storytelling.
they try to turn it like, oh, look, she's feeling like that, but
Yeah, I
same
like
reasoning as
I
fucking
like that
Ellie.
they showed opposing point of views. That's one thing that I think the Walking Dead does, but they do it really badly. Is they try to show opposing point of views. So they
Yeah.
try to show the antagonist point of view, and it just doesn't work. But this one, I think they did it really effectively. They actually made you care for maybe not so much Abby, but the people around her. So I grew to enjoy Owen.
Yeah. Owen was
I
cool.
thought he was cool. I grew to enjoy Manny. I
Manny.
grew to
Manny got
enjoy the characters
fucking head blown off.
around Abby. Maybe not so much Abby herself, but the characters around her. I grew to enjoy them.
What's the biggest dick in the game?
We have such opposing point of views.
Who was?
Owen.
We have such opposing point of
Hey,
views.
I got my chick knocked up, but hey.
I'm gonna
Hey.
bang you.
Bang.
No, I totally
I got a
get
yacht,
it. I
kind
totally
of.
get it.
Yeah, you know what? I don't care about my chick. I'm gonna take you to Santa Barbara. What about your chick?
We're
You
both
don't even
going.
have a microphone right
both-
now, Parker.
We're both going.
I'm like, yeah. What about her? We can make it work. It's it's the apocalypse. We can have both of us together.
He was shitty about that part. I will give you that. He was
He
like,
was.
what the fuck were you thinking, dumbass?
But I think the way that they wrote the other characters,
End
the
of the
side
world, I guess.
characters,
Shit.
I think they did a really good job in humanizing everybody else and making them more likable. Abby was just I got super tired of people telling her, "Oh my God, you're so fucking great. You're such a badass."
Look at
Okay,
your muscles.
We fucking get it. You're
I
buff
put up
as shit
185
and
the
you
other
can
day.
shoot shit. Whatever. Fuck you. Your stupid ass braid and your fucking Jeremy Renner face.
I just like that. You know, like they're both pieces of shit. But
Ellie, like if you're looking at from an opposing point of view, Ellie's a piece of shit.
yeah,
Hell
She's
yeah.
a piece of shit. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. So I mean, I get it. I like that they showed the opposite side.
and then Abby's a piece of shit
So,
too, though.
Abby's a piece of shit as well
I just feel like,
They're
because
both pieces of shit.
Yeah.
but
they're
I
both
feel like
pieces of
Abby is
shit, but-
more of a piece of shit.
Yeah, well, I mean, because we grew to know Joel and Ellie, and of course, we're going to see that.
Just
side
how
of
it went down, man. I just
Yeah,
saw
I
like
mean-
the wolves. You know, like I just saw them as bigger pieces of shit.
But I always enjoy those types of things, like showing opposing sides,
them
opposing
dogs.
points of view. And
Fucking them dogs.
I'm sorry, but Alice, no, I grew to love Alice with the fetch.
Yeah, and that sucks, but
No, I'll give it a 9. I thought it was a great game. I thought it had a really, really good story. The gameplay was really cool. The fucking graphics were amazing. It looked beautiful.
Oh yeah, the game was beautiful. So
It was beautiful.
I got a 9.
Are
He's
you
got
gonna
a
shock
10.
him or what?
You got a 9. You got a 9. You got a 9. So we got what? Call it 9.5 or some shit.
That works.
That works.
I got you.
Let's,
9.5 out of 10.
Let's get to the next part.
All right.
Yeah,
So
Shawshank.
next we're gonna review Shawshank.
All right, Parker, I'm going to move the camera.
I'm gonna go mark it on the board just so we don't forget our rating.
You don't
You've
remember
never
it?
seen this movie, Parker?
I don't remember. I just remember
It's
somebody
great.
crawling through a sewer.
So,
Yeah, that's all you need to know.
way to spoil the ending, Parker.
Yeah, way to go.
So
You
the
gave
movie,
the ending away.
the movie is about
When did it come out?
94.
94.
The movie is about a guy named Andy Dufresne who goes to jail for killing his wife. He didn't kill her.
Killing his wife and her lover, the golf pro at the country club.
True. So he meets a guy in prison named Red.
Morgan Freeman, who
What's his real name? Something Redding.
something Reddington. He was supposed to be an Irish dude. He was an Irish dude in the book. That's why he has that joke in the movie where he's like, "Oh, I'm Irish." Ha ha ha. Okay, we get it.
So Andy's in jail for, long story short, Andy's in jail for 20 years, breaks out. Red gets out.
No, he was in jail for life.
No, he was there for 20 years before
years.
before he
Yeah.
got out. So then Red gets out of parole, goes to Mexico, end of the movie.
Zihuatanejo.
Zihuatanejo. So more in-depth-ish
Zihuatanejo.
kind of thing. He goes to jail his first day. It's kind of funny because they're like the people in jail that are already there have like a bet on who's gonna cry first.
Their maintenance.
First guy that cries is a fat guy. Yeah, his
And then he
fucking
gets
laugh.
killed, though. It's so sad.
Yeah, then Mr. Crab fucking kills him because that's Mr. Crab's voice.
The prison is filled with fucking crew chiefs.
When did the fat guy get killed?
The first
That
night.
Remember they beat the shit out of him? They pulled him because he was crying.
Yeah.
And
He
they pulled
never
him out of his
go
cell.
home.
I want to go home. I want my
And
mom.
he never made
and
a
they
sound
beat
again.
the fuck out of him.
he died.
And then they left him there, and then he died.
So
Yeah, I
the
forgot
first
that
couple
part.
years that Andy's there, he doesn't really talk to anyone. That's what Red kind of says as he's narrating.
It was
like.
his first month.
And then he finally, at some point he's like, "Hey, I heard you're the guy who can get stuff. I want a rock hammer."
Red is basically supply and maintenance. That's us. Yeah, we can get you things.
I need a rock hammer.
I
He's
can
like-
acquire things from time to time.
And he gets the rock. Then Red sees the rock hammer. He's like, "Ha! I get the joke now. It would take 600 years to break out of jail with this."
Little did he know it only took like 20.
So
Yeah.
Still, a
they're
long
there
fucking
for
time.
more. There's a part where they're outside working on a roof, and Andy, he's like, gets his guy some beers by
By-
helping Mr. Krabs
With his
Yeah.
$35,000.
with his $35,000, which is about $350,000 in today's money.
So my question
hit him with
is,
tax.
why wouldn't you just say something instead of like going on to,
I know, right?
do you trust your wife?
I thought the
Bitch,
same thing.
Dumbass.
What is wrong with you?
Dramatic effect.
That's exactly
Fucking
what it is.
A. Oh, mama.
So
Hi, puppy.
Kill him, mama. Kill him.
after that point,
Whatever. She's such an old lady.
Andy basically helps for this movie. Andy basically helps launder money for the warden, who's a piece of shit. Some guy named Tommy shows up. Tommy, he was in Last of Us.
Aw.
Tommy shows up. Is like my prison roommate or whatever. He told me about how he killed the golf pro and his lover, and how they pinned it on the woman's husband. So Andy's like,
Some
"That's me."
hotshot banker.
And then the warden puts Andy in solitary for 2 months and kills Tommy, making it look like he tried to escape.
Dickhead, dude.
Fucking
That's
dick.
a fuck move, man.
So at the very end of the movie, Andy escapes, takes all the money that he laundered for the warden, and sends off all the stuff to a newspaper. Pretty much saying how the warden murdered, fraud, laundering money.
Yeah.
Andy's in Mexico. The Mr. Krabs gets arrested. The warden didn't want to go quietly, so he kills himself. Like a
Bitch.
fucking pussy.
Yep.
Red gets out, goes to where Andy told him to go find something with a envelope full of
He had
money.
a lava rock on there, a black lava rock, and
Yep.
a rock fucking wall.
Under a tree.
You'd see an oak tree where him and his wife made love, and there's this weird lava rock, a black lava rock that doesn't belong there.
There's so many instructions.
It's like
I know, right?
it doesn't belong there. I would think like, okay, it's gonna be obvious. It don't belong there. As soon as
He
I
had to
walk, I'm
fucking
gonna see
dig.
it. He had to dig. Oh,
Yeah.
there it is. I think this is it. It looks real similar.
So then at the end, he goes to Mexico. They hug. Movie ends. I really liked it, and like, every time I watch it, I always think like how lucky Andy is. Like that shit didn't go differently.
Well, he got
Yeah.
raped a few
Well,
times.
that part,
you know
like,
what I
yeah,
mean?
that sucks. But like, he was in the same cell for 20
He
years.
still got lucky.
That sucks. I mean, it could be worse though.
That's a good one.
But like he's in the same cell for 20 years as he has a poster hanging up that hiding the tunnel he's digging.
Yeah. And he, without anybody noticing, for that long, 20 fucking years, him
20
digging through that
years.
shit.
And
I mean, it's clever.
yeah. Like how what if they were like, "Hey, we want a movie to a different cell?" He's like,
Shit.
"No.
Yeah.
No, thank you." Or like the very end when the night before he breaks out, like how the guard doesn't look at his fucking shoes, knowing that they're super fucking like
I feel like I would have noticed that.
you wouldn't or would.
I would.
I would too.
I mean, I say that, but I mean, dim lighting, baggy ass pants. Maybe you wouldn't, but
he was there for 20 fucking years.
so they probably just trusted him, So whatever.
But
They wouldn't pay attention to shit like that.
He breaks out of jail. Like I wondered, like wouldn't they send like his picture out to everywhere? Like this guy broke out.
I mean, they didn't have Facebook.
I mean, well, just like I don't know how things worked back then, but
So
I don't know.
No.
I feel like the fact he was able to just walk into a bunch of banks and withdraw all his money.
he would have
Well,
to
that
work
was
it out
back
real
in the
fast.
day, Back,
I mean, yeah, it
that
was.
was in like what the 50s.
It was the
60s?
late 60s, like 69.
So,
But
I
even
mean,
then, I feel like you would release people to go out and
Like,
to like
here's his
spread
picture
the
of-
news.
yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Because they move a lot faster.
But they
than
did
him.
say at the same time he was withdrawing all his money is when they realized he was gone. So
Yeah, that's true.
he probably like by the time they realized he was like
Already
4
long
banks.
gone.
Yeah. But
Makes sense.
I mean, it
makes
does.
sense.
But also another part of the movie that we didn't really mention was Brooks.
Brooks.
Guy went in there in
Oh,
1905,
Brooks, man.
got out in 1955. So he's in there for 50 years.
He had his bird.
And it's kind of crazy thinking
Crow.
like, if you're in jail for that, like if you've been in jail for 50 years at this point, you got out this year. Think of all the stuff you would have missed.
I've been through like 6, 7 Wardens.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck?
He went in,
man?
when I went in jail, I saw a car once before I went in jail when I was a kid.
Then he gets out. Damn near
They're
gets hit by one.
everywhere. Like
That shit is sad, man.
50 years ago was
That
1970.
part always makes me really fucking sad is seeing Brooks go out and
How institutionalized he
showing
was.
showing the institutionalism of fucking stop it.
It's not real,
Institutionalism of people in jail trying to make it outside of those
That shit sucks,
walls.
man.
Especially after 50 years.
You don't know what to do. Like, and
The world
That's
has
why-
changed so
Imagine that.
much.
I feel
that's
like
why
after
we always make fun of like people that went to jail in like the 90s
come back,
and they come out and
still in the
they're
90s.
still wearing the same fucking clothes
Fubu's and Jinkos
from the
and
fucking
shit.
90s.
They
and
got the
shit.
fucking the Dickies or the Ben Davis, with
Yeah.
the Nike Cortezes,
Yeah.
and the Cholo
and,
shirts.
And you can tell like these motherfuckers have been to jail because look at the shit
Yeah.
they're fucking wearing. It's a joke, but it's not a joke because
it's
like
totally
how the
true.
fuck do they know? They don't know any better.
And just like, if you went to jail in 1970 and you got out this year, the internet wasn't, cell phones, internet, all that shit wasn't around. And you get out this year and you're like
What am I doing?
the USSR doesn't exist anymore.
yeah.
Exactly.
What the fuck is the internet? What the fuck is a cell phone?
Exactly.
You have to adapt again.
Yeah.
What happened, Paisan?
Learn new things.
And they don't like when they release you from jail, they don't help you.
Fuck you, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
basically.
exactly.
want another one?
So they don't help you
good?
fucking
You want soda? You want a water?
drink a pink lemonade, dude.
It's weird. And then like it kind of at the end when Red finally gets paroled, he'd been in there for 40 years at that point. So not that much shorter than fucking
Brooks.
yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
Well,
would
I
be-
mean, it's like
It would be different now, I guess, because
And I
all
think
the
about all those
technology,
people that are
social
like,
media and shit. But back in the day,
well, I mean, it's like that whole fucking thing that I always talk about. It's like, you know, we believe in institutionalism as far as like prisons are concerned. I feel like nobody debates that fucking fact that people become institutionalized in jail,
yeah,
but we are a little less inclined to believe it when it becomes a society.
For real.
Like people that grow up in certain areas are institutionalized in those certain areas and the beliefs of those areas. So how do we break that shit? How do we break people of that shit? First of all, we probably should, number one, defund the police and arrest Breonna Taylor's murderers.
we
but we should
get paroled,
also-
go to Zihuatanejo, Mexico.
Yeah.
See what the
But
name-
we should also just not send people to jail for lesser crimes for longer
You
than
had-
we would send a child molester.
You had a blunt 45 years.
I don't think we should send drug dealers and people on drugs to jail longer than we should send murderers and child molesters.
Well, first of all, that's
But that would mean
18.
we-
That 17-year-old asked for it.
Yeah.
But these people were smoking weed. Devil.
That would mean
Devils.
we would have to probably put
Pinche marihuana.
we'd have to
Pinche marijuana.
put the president in jail
Oh, I forgot you're done.
because he really likes young girls.
He's just making America great.
Especially ones that are related to him.
Hey, yo.
All right, let's move on to a rating to this movie. Andrew,
10.
What do you give it?
10.
Yeah,
10.
I give it a 10.
10.
I guess I have to blend with everybody else.
You didn't watch
I'll
it?
give a 10.
She watched it.
I watched it, yeah.
What'd you think?
It's so good.
I like the movie.
It's a good movie.
Yeah,
So
it
good.
is.
You know what I always wondered? Like, so Red gets out, goes to Zihuatanejo.
Was
What
that
happened-
just like his like dream or
No, he really got out.
Real life.
But what happened to the rest of people that he was there with? Like Haywood
Hayward?
and Floyd?
Still locked up.
Like, I always thought about that. Like,
They probably were
what about
still
your
in
friends?
jail,
Because
man.
they were there for a long time before Andy got there.
That's one reason
I
I
always
always
thought-
ask that question. Like, did he really go or did he kill himself? And that was his last thought.
that'll always be a good
I think he
sequel.
went
Or
because the book.
I think he
goes-
went.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
read the book, and yeah, I mean, it answers it, but I feel like it kind of leaves it open in the movie, even though it doesn't at the same time.
I wouldn't say he went, but
He did. Because he even talks like, this is
Yeah.
the second crime I committed in my life.
Poor Hayward. I
could
don't know
always
what he
do-
did.
they should do a sequel, man.
No.
After all these years, no. Do you know, though,
I think those are the best
So-
sometimes.
so-
When they wait so long.
Sometimes, yeah.
Andy went to jail in 1949. I was looking up people who've survived, who've been in jail the longest. There's someone alive that went to jail in 1949. He's still
Thank
in
you.
jail.
Really?
70 years.
Oh man.
Like, fuck.
I think that would be great sometimes when they do sequels like that, so many years later, and then
To actually know what happened
they
to
just
that
meet
person.
up. They just meet up, you know?
But that, I mean, if it went to like current day, like current time, they'd all be, I mean, they'd be dead.
So
Because
on the same note, though, the Golden State Killer pled guilty recently
Yeah, he did.
for over 50 rapes, for over 10 murders.
That's another good one I recommend. What's it called? What's the documentary called?
I'll be gone in the dark.
I'll Be Gone in the Dark.
I
Watch
read
it.
the book.
Golden State Killer in California.
Do you want to borrow the
Shit
book?
head.
Steph Curry.
You want to borrow the book?
Steph Curry.
Which
He
one?
was
I'll
killing
Be
a
Gone in
bunch
the
of
Dark?
people, dude.
It's
Back in the
so
Sky-
good.
60s,
sky
70s,
fucking 'em.
80s.
It's so good.
So, moving on.
Yeah.
We got about less than a minute left.
Defund the police.
No, let's move on
Yep.
for that. We've been saying that shit for like
Defund
3
the police.
podcasts. No, Grant. Oh, Grant Imahara.
Oh, yeah. Rest in peace
Rest
to
in
Grant
peace.
Imahara.
Like I said, he used to be in my high school. He used to tutor the robotics team.
Yeah.
And
He was part of MythBusters.
I got a
We
lot
all
of
know. Yeah.
I got a lot of friends that used to be part of that program that he influenced. So rest in peace. Aneurysms suck, man.
They're just silent killer, man. Just comes out of
Silent
nowhere.
killer.
Silent fucking killer. You never know. Just one day they fucking hit you.
Yeah.
Anything else? We got about 13 seconds left.
No, I'm good.
Get
Don't
busy.
give Tori shrimp.
Get busy.
Yeah,
living,
don't.
get busy
Shrimp.
dying.
I don't want to get
Parker,
sick and
have fun in your
die.
next assignment. Here we go.
Yeah, fuck you, Parker.
Fuck
Bye
you,
bye.
Parker. This is faulty logic.
Podcast,
Podcast
fucking
60.
That's our last one,
with
man.
Brandon Parker.
We spent 40 minutes talking about Last of Us. 20 minutes talking about
The
Shawshank.
movie?
Shawshank.
What you think, Parker?
What?
Tell us about your last ride here in Tucson, Arizona, man.
This is the biggest nerd city.
The
Sure.
biggest nerd city.
Sure ding, boss.
It is.
Biggest
Yeah,
nerd
whatever,
city.
Parker.
All right, you know the track ended, but we're gonna miss you, man. You know we'll still be here. We'll still invite you, even though you won't come, and then we'll talk shit.
Now you have a legit reason not to come,
Andrew
you
will
fucking
cry.
nerd.
And
Yeah, we will cry.
I'll record Andrew crying and not being able to sleep, and just being sad.
Stop
No,
it!
he-
I'm not even
he-
crying for that.
No, he literally like he
Crying as I'm touching myself, like I'm so sad. I'm so sad.
I kicked Kuma too hard. That's why I'm crying.
I didn't kick him hard enough. I don't hear him yell things still.
So you know, throughout the years, it has been years.
It has been.
4 fucking years.
We've given you so much shit, Parker. 'Cause
And
we
you've only shown-
we started this shit for you.
They made me say fuck you,
Yeah.
Parker.
We started this shit for
started
you,
this shit
and then
for
we did like,
fucking
here we
Parker.
go. We're doing our first one. Parker ain't here.
Fuck you, Parker.
Fuck Parker.
Let's count
Fuck
people that
Parker.
have been to more podcasts
Oh
than
my
Parker.
God.
Cash.
Christina Cash.
She hasn't been here
Amber.
for 3 years.
Amber. Barton.
Amber, Barton,
Barton.
Josie's hoe ass.
both up the groves.
Yep.
Both up Groves. Okay, we'll go with that one.
A burp.
That's it.
That's about it.
Yeah, that's it.
I feel like they probably haven't. Parker, you've been like 6 of them. They've probably been like 5. So you got them beat barely.
No, we're not gonna lie.
Either way, man, we're
Parker,
gonna miss you, bro.
We are gonna miss you.
You know what? And I hope you
Just go to
keep in
Korea for
touch.
a year and come back to Tucson.
We'll try to keep in touch.
Don't
You might be like, fuck those
fucking-
dudes. I trained Broly to hate them, and I thought they'd get the hint, but you know what? I don't care.
Don't be a stranger.
Even if he told me straight to my face, I hate you, leave me alone, I'd be like, yeah, he didn't
yeah,
mean that.
whatever. He
He
didn't,
didn't mean that.
He's joking.
Yeah, he was totally
whatever.
joking.
That means come over to
Yeah.
Vegas.
All right, we're gonna be up there, man. We're gonna
We'll
be
be
up there
right
next
there.
weekend.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Oh, you didn't want to barbecue? Whatever. Go to work, dude. We'll barbecue.
Speaking of barbecue, Parker fucking tried to burn down the cabin
Oh shit.
like for 4th of July.
Let's talk about that real quick.
Oh
So,
shit, I forgot about that.
Parker was flipping them burgers like it was nothing. I'm like, that fire, it looked like the one in Mount Lemon and shit. Like, that shit
The
getting kind of
big
hot,
horn
man.
fire and shit.
But he didn't care at first. I'm like, nah, maybe he's...
I was thinking
Parker...
making the best burgers you guys.
Oh, Brandon is trained. Maybe he knows.
I'm like,
And then he kept flipping. The fire just kept getting bigger and
But
bigger.
this-
I'm like, then I realized, like, he doesn't know.
Close the lid.
He's close to dying
Close the lid. It's like 600 degrees.
immediately.
But this is Andrew's fault because Andrew made him make burgers, knowing that Parker doesn't grow.
Whoa, he grilled that day.
Yeah, he
And
did.
he looked like he knew what he was doing. So
I mean, he
the
almost
first time I was
grilled
like, yeah, he
all
got
of
it.
us.
He's flipping them like fire. Cool,
Yeah, his
cool.
arms are getting burnt and
He
shit.
kept
He's like, oh, no
flipping.
big deal.
That fire kept getting bigger and bigger. I'm like, holy shit, this is about to die. But he kept flipping them. I'm like, yeah, I think,
Like all normal.
yeah,
He
maybe
doesn't
he's
care.
good.
like
He's just about to
nothing was
die.
going
Yeah,
on.
no.
Just whatever.
As I
I-
turned the grill off, like, fuck. You were so close to burning this fucking cabin down.
Dude, that was. But you know what?
Totally controlled.
They cooked effectively.
No, it
man.
wasn't.
They
I
cooked,
controlled it.
they cooked
It was
effectively.
totally controlled.
and-
I'd say I
Hey, I had two.
Yeah, they were good.
Yeah.
So I'll give
I
it
was about
that.
to say they came out pretty good though, so
So
Whatever. Parker.
Brandon Parker, we're gonna miss you, man.
we are gonna miss you.
And I hope you have it good over there in fucking Nellis, bro.
Just don't go to Bunny Ranch that often. Don't go broke.
He's gonna get fucking chlamydia.
Wear
from
your
that
mask.
Goddamn club.
Wear your
wear
mask.
a mask and wear a condom.
Wear your mask when you go out. Wear your mask when you go in.
Don't mind this pimple. It's a pimple.
It's a pimple, man. I'm
It's
fine.
not herpes.
you hear?
This
First
whole half
of
his face is
all-
fucking like herped out. It's like, this is just a pimple.
Pimples is acne, God.
I'm,
So
I'm a
remember-
growing boy.
We are
Just
the.
remember to wear a mask and
When-
wear a condom when you go to the bunny ranch.
No, you're supposed to say, wear a mask when you go out. Wear a mask when you go in.
Yeah. I saw
Yeah.
that.
There you go. There you go.
Well, remember, we started. We were a free Parker
From
squad.
Free Parker
Free
squad.
Parker
Free
Squad.
Parker Squad.
And then
Yeah.
we went to like free from Parker Squad when we were mad at him.
We were at first. It was free Parker squad.
Yeah.
And you told us to fuck off.
They
and
weren't
then-
really mad at you. They
We
were
were
just
free
missing
from
you.
Parker
It's like,
Squad.
hey,
We
it's
were just
Thanksgiving.
sad.
He's
We
like,
were just
okay,
sad.
bye.
Yeah.
I know it's Thanksgiving. I don't want to be here. Fuck you guys. I gotta give someone a ride.
We might talk a lot of shit.
It was Danielle.
We might talk a lot of shit,
It
bro.
was not what it was like. It was like 10.
It was definitely 1 in the morning.
Whatever, Parker.
No,
But, you know, as you know-
it was like 9 at night. Don't try me, Parker.
Exactly.
Don't try me, Parker.
We might talk a lot of shit, but remember, man.
No, we love
If you ever
dude.
need
Cream rise to
anything?
the top.
We love
We'll
dude.
drive down to Vegas, bro, and hook you up, man.
We're gonna
So,
crash at your fucking house.
It better
whether
be
you
an
want us
emergency,
to
though.
or not.
Yeah,
Don't be
yeah.
calling them over there
I
for
don't give
bullshit.
a fuck. I'm gonna pee on your floor.
Because then I'm be like, yeah, fuck this, bro.
I'm gonna
Like,
pee
poop
right
the
on your
carpet.
fucking floor.
You better fucking like have some famous people at your house. That's the only reason I'm coming up.
Just
You're
don't
going to
have
Vegas,
shrimp.
so you better.
If Michael Phelps isn't there, so I can slap him across the face, I'm not coming.
Ouch!
Just don't have shrimp because I might take over your bathroom.
Yeah, don't have shrink. She'll
Yeah,
die.
because she'll poop all over everywhere. I'm gonna pee on
And
your
throw
floor.
up.
Just
Out of
cause.
solidarity, I'm gonna pee on your floor.
For real, for real. All right.
FR.
FRR.
Let's do it.
Lit fucking eggplant.
Parker's
and
last
drip drip.
podcast with us, with him living in Tucson anyway,
Yeah.
because he's coming back.
Yeah, fuck you, Parker.
Yeah, fuck you, Parker.
You're
That's
coming
how we
back,
say
man.
goodbye.
It's the 19th. You still
and how
got.
we say we love you.
You still got time for one more.
I was just saying, no, you guys said your goodbyes.
No.
This is the last one.
Fuck you, Parker.
We'll just edit that part out.
Fuck you.
I was like,
Don't maybe you're wearing my hat right
Yeah. Look, you got
now.
one
You're
more.
wearing my hat right
You
now.
got one more. 25th and
So
26th.
this
We'll edit
podcast was
this shit.
psych.
He's coming back.
Psych everyone who watches and listens.
As we all cry. Okay,
All right.
let's
Let's head out. And
let's
head in.
fucking do it.
This was Faulty Logic podcast number 60. We will see you on podcast 61. Make
See
sure
you next time.
subscribe, you motherfuckers.
Parker
Yeah,
won't
you
be
bitch
here.
ass
Hey, Parker,
motherfuckers.
You're gonna be in
Subscribe.
Vegas, so you better be standing out there at the strip handing out fucking Faulty Logic fucking flyers and shit.
You cannot take my hat with you though.
Huh?
Be here one more Saturday. You just said that.
Whatever.
Bye.
Bye.
Adios.
Goodbye.
I was about to say you can't take my hat with you.
Command.